up where we left last week. We will show you how to clean a dusty model car. Now, we are using this Mercedes C111 1:18 scale diecast model by Guiloy to show you guys how to do this. Before we start cleaning this car, let's talk a little bit about the Mercedes C111. Now, the Mercedes C111 was a series of experimental cars made in the late 1960s and 1970s by Mercedes. Mercedes were experimenting with new engine technologies such as rotary Wankel engines, diesel engines, and turbochargers. From 1969 till 1979, a total of 16 Mercedes C111s were made in 4 different generations. The predecessor for the C111 was the C112, but neither of these cars made it into production. Most of these cars can now be seen at the Mercedes Museum. When cleaning your model car, you need to follow a few basic steps and you need a few basic tools to start cleaning your car. First, I'll introduce the tools that I'm going to use. A small screwdriver. This is a flat head and I have a Phillips head. A soft bristled brush. You can buy this at any hardware store. A small cup to put the screws in. This is 1500 grit cutting compound. 1500, you can either use 1500 or 2000. A basic wax, liquid, semi-liquid, it's like a cream. A sponge for your cutting compound, a sponge for your wax, a separate cloth to wipe the vehicle after you cut it with cutting compound, and then the final piece of cloth for the wiping after waxing, and then a model collector's best friend to take the dust out, a soft bristled brush. Now this is very soft compared to this one because this is used to wipe it after you wax it, to take off all the small pieces of maybe cloth, dust or anything that's on the car, and this can be used to dust your model cars once in a while as well. Oops. Okay, and then the same one, a smaller version that you can put inside small crevices. Now these can be bought at any cosmetic store. Let's get started. Step number 1 in your cleaning is, before you start doing anything, first check the car. Now check for areas where you have damages, areas where you have dust and missing parts. A side mirror is missing on this model, and then check the interior if there's dust inside, which this model has. And especially if you have a lot of opening parts, there will be dust inside that you need to clean. And then check for paint chips, paint damages. Luckily this model does not have any paint chips or damages. Check your tire rubber, whether you need to clean them. The undercarriage, I think we need to clean the tire rubber on this one as well. So you can see, there we go. So inspect your model car before you start anything, and then decide on what you need to do. Step number 2 is to get the correct tools that you require for the job. Now, step number 3 will be carefully dismantling the model. Now, as we want to clean the interior of this model, we will be dismantling the bottom and taking the inner sides out. After a lot of fiddling, so now we have the parts all dismantled, and next step we are gonna take the washable parts for cleaning by washing with soap water. So all the plastic parts can be taken for a good thorough wash. Let's go to the washing area and see. Okay, now we are going to start cleaning our interior panels. First, check if you have actual fabric carpets in the model. So if you do have fabric carpets, do not wash it. You have to take the seats out and then wash the seats. So to wash these parts, what we are going to use is a brush like this, a bit soft, not too much, and this will be what we wash the interior panels with, and this toothbrush, old toothbrush, we will use to wash the tires of the model. Let's see how we do this. And you also need a small cup to put water and soap into. Before you start washing, make sure to keep a small bucket and then pour water into that bucket so that you don't miss any spare parts that will go into the drain, and also make sure that your drain lid is covered. Let the rubber tires soak in the water for a bit. And the parts that you want to wash, soak in some water as well. Also make sure that the parts that you are washing do not have any decals, otherwise there might be an issue where the decals could go bad. Still in the fourth step of cleaning the car, now to clean the body. So first thing is to get rid of the surface dust that you can brush away with a soft bristled brush. Next step is to use, actually this is out of a separate bottle, but paste wax, a very fine paste wax like this. Just apply bit on the surfaces of the model. Don't rub your plastics with this. Use a soft sponge. Once you're done rubbing the model, use the cloth that you got to wipe off the residue from the cutting wax. Now let's apply a coat of wax. And for this, I'm using, even though it says basic wax, this is a different bottle. It's Autogleam cream wax. Don't need a lot, just need a Step number 5 is reassembly of the car. So we have the model fully assembled. The last step is give the model a quick, good wipe with a soft piece of cloth, and then finally get rid of any of the threads or pieces of tiny bits of cloth or anything that's left with a soft brush. This will also help take away fingerprints. So those are the steps that we take to clean one of our dusty model cars. So as you guys can see now, this looks very nice, all shiny, ready to go in our shelf along with our collection. So hope you guys like this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up Also subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you get notifications whenever we upload new videos. Also like us on Facebook and on Instagram, and see you guys later with another video review.